Welcome to another Verbing class. Today's class is on pronunciation. Words ending in ED. We'll be starting shortly in about 2 minutes once students arrive in the class. Hello, Nina.
Hey, Simon, how are you?
Good.
Did you have
Long time no see.
Yeah, did you have a good barbecue?
I did. It's been a pretty good day. I went for a bike ride
Oh,
and
nice.
did some cleaning outside.
Okay, awesome. I did have the some exercise, yeah, as well. Let's go
Good.
some treadmill, which is good enough. It's still cold outside anyway. I cannot run outside.
Yeah, I agree. It's pretty cold here too.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Laura. How are you?
Good night.
Oh, good evening.
Good evening.
Good night is something we usually say when we're going to bed.
Oh.
We'll say
So
good
good.
evening, although you could always say it's a beautiful night, but you wouldn't say good night unless you're wishing somebody you're going off to sleep.
Okay.
Welcome to class. And Anna, hello.
Hi.
You've changed your glasses.
Yes.
Those are nice orange glasses. Now that's not you though, is it? That's a little doggy.
Yes, it's Martu.
Martu. Excellent. Did you just come from a class?
Sorry?
Did you just come from a class?
If I just come from the class?
Which one?
But, I didn't fully get what you said, sorry.
Yeah. Did you just come from a class?
I'm here. I cannot
Okay.
understand what you are asking me.
That's okay. Don't worry, Anna.
If I
So
just come for the class?
you did, well, which one did you come from?
Oh, okay. I was attending a very funny class with a teacher.
Oh,
Called
good. I love
Dominic.
funny classes. Mine's not very funny. It's a pronunciation class, so not very funny. Well, guys, let's go ahead and get started. It's about 3 minutes after. Today's class is about words ending in ED. Depending on your native language, words ending in D might be very difficult. Some people call it the ED sound, which really isn't true. Because the ED suffix, words ending in ED, actually have 3 different sounds. This is what makes words ending in ED very difficult. But also, what is important about words ending in ED, guys? Who would like to tell me? Words ending in ED, why are they important?
Because
Can I answer?
go ahead. Go ahead, Anna.
Anna, do you want to go ahead? Okay, somebody else then.
Hi, this is Nina. So the word that is ending in ed, it shows or represent of the something happened in the past, or we refer to the past tense.
Very good. So words ending in ed, we're dealing with the past participle. We're dealing about things that happened before the present. So that's a lot. Now, there are irregular verbs, so not all end in ed, but the vast majority do. So that's why the ed sound, or words ending in ed, are very, very important. So there are three different sounds, and I want to paste those into, well, let me give you a link here. Let's see, I'll just paste, because I share out this site because it's kind of not in competition away, and I shouldn't do that. So let me see, what can I share out here? Let's share, here, I'll do a new screen, and I'll share that. Okay, so these are the three different sounds. Id, t, and d. Now I see another student has just joined us, Vincenzo.
Yes,
Hi Vincenzo, how are you?
I'm fine, teacher. What about you?
Not too bad, thank you. What country are you from?
I'm from Italy, Rome.
Italy. So today's class is about the ed sound with or the suffix that have three different sounds. What is the difference between these two here? The t and d.
Excuse me,
What is the
teacher.
difference between those two sounds?
Uh, yeah, sometimes the ending in D sounds like T, sometimes like D.
True, very
Yes,
good.
yes, sometimes. Yes, it depends. I don't know exactly where.
Right, well, let me ask Nora. Nora, can you tell us something else that's important about these two sounds? What is the difference between t and d?
I'm not sure. Maybe there's the when I when I pronounce D, I maybe I close my lips. It's definitely
Maybe close, but not quite. Let me ask Mike. Mike, what is the difference between t and d? Or maybe Mike's having troubles. Laura, what's the difference between t and d? I'll give you a hint. It's to do with pronunciation.
Is something about vibration or no?
Yes. Yes, vibration. Voiced versus unvoiced. Greg, when we say a word is, or a sound is voiced, what do we mean by that? Okay, Anna, what do we mean if we say a sound is voiced?
For me? Sorry?
What do we mean by saying a word is voiced?
You have to feel a vibration in your throat.
Okay, very good. Excellent. All right, so right here we have something called a larynx. And inside there we have these little folds of skin that vibrate. Now when we say t, and everybody go ahead and put your fingers right here. And I want you to say t, the T sound. Okay? Now I want you to say the D sound. D. Notice how you feel the vibration on the D and not the T. That's all it means. Voiced and unvoiced. Vibration or no vibration.
Yes.
All right. Let's go back to that screen I was sharing out because I want to show you the three different sounds. Let's focus on the easiest one first. Now, for anybody who speaks Portuguese, I've got a little tip for you here. We use three different sounds, not just the ED. In fact, we never say ED. Worked, interested. It's never pronounced ed. If the root word ends in a T or D, we use id. Okay? So how do we know whether we should use id, t, or d? Well, this is where we're going to get into a bit of practice here. I've just pasted a list of words there on the screen. Let's see. Anna, let's take a look at these words here. Now what I want you to look at, and everybody do the same thing, what is in common with these words? Look at the root word. What is one thing that's in common? Anna.
All of those words are verbs that finishing in T or T, so we have to pronounce the ID sound.
Brilliant. Yeah, excellent explanation. If the root word, ends in a T or a D, we use id. This is true 100% of the time. Actually, it's not. There's an exception. That's English for you. So what I want to do now is I want to give you guys a chance to speak. And I want us to practice these words together. And we're going to take turns. So Vincenzo, could you pronounce this word that I've highlighted, please?
Ended.
Excellent. This one.
Expected.
Good. This one.
Toasted.
Excellent. Well done. Nora.
Yes.
This
Hated.
word, please. Hated. One more time, please.
Hated.
Good. This one.
Decided.
Decided. Excellent. And this one.
Needed.
Great. Nina.
Landed.
Landed.
Wounded.
Perfect.
Started.
Started. Excellent. Okay, hopefully Mike is working. Mike, can you hear us?
Yes,
Excellent. Mike, where are you from?
I'm from France. I'm living in Le Mans.
Sorry, I didn't quite hear all that. What country are you from, or what's your native language?
I said I'm from France.
Oh, France. So,
Yeah.
parlez-vous français? Right.
Yeah, je parle français.
Je parle très peu, with a very
D'accord.
bad English accent.
Oh no.
Well, Mike, let's see how well you do. I shouldn't speak too much French because it's an English class.
Yeah, okay.
This word, please.
Lasted.
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 Yeah, it has a long A. This word.
Started.
Started. And this word.
Graded.
Graded. Yep. Remember, we're using the id here. Id sound. You guys are nailing this. Good. Well done. Laura. This word, please.
Fainted.
Fainted. Fainted. Again, please. Laura? Again, please. Okay, we've lost Laura. John. Hello, John. Okay. Greg,
Okay.
could you say this word, please?
Yes. Printed.
Excellent. This word
Expected.
and this word.
Tasted.
Excellent. Well done. Anna, are you ready?
Yes.
This word, please.
It started.
You broke up. One more time, please.
It started.
Thank you. This word
Toasted.
and this word.
Reported.
Excellent. Are you guys having any trouble hearing me?
No, teacher.
No.
No,
Not
it's
at
okay.
all.
It's okay.
Okay, let me just check my connection here because I'm having trouble with a few of you guys. Okay. All right, so Anna, you had a chance, and it's now Brady. Hello, Brady.
Hello, you're welcome.
Could you please say this word that I've highlighted?
Landed,
And this one.
started,
And this one.
expected.
Excellent. Well done. All right. Now we're going to go on to the D sound. Before I do, Vincenzo, when do
Yes.
we use the id sound?
This sound. Indeed. I don't know. I don't remember, teacher. But for me, it's something that I go by ear. How can I say? Yes.
Okay, I understand. You just kind of know, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Something.
Let me ask Nora then. Nora, when do we use id?
When do you
You're not sure?
yeah, if it ends in TRD.
Brilliant. Exactly. Okay, now Nina, we're going to go on to the D sound or the D sound. And when do we use the D sound?
When the word ends with the voice sound.
Yeah, B, J, L, M, N, R, V, Z, and TH. It's too many to remember, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's difficult.
Can we say with consonant, teacher?
Just a minute, please. I'll give you a
Can we
chance.
say when? Can we say when and in a consonant before the D?
Hold on. Give me a second, please. So I wanted
Can
to
we say?
quickly show you the T sound. Okay. And Nina, you had a chance. Okay, so Mike, when do we say the T sound?
The t sound. No, I'm not sure about that. I do it by instinct too.
Okay. Laura, when do we use the T sound? No, Laura, we haven't been able to hear you for a while. You might check your microphone because we can't hear you. John,
Yeah, hello.
hi. When do we use the T sound?
Yeah, we use it when the ed is preceded by f, k, p, s, and sh and ch.
It's a lot, isn't it? I mean, how do you remember the two? Okay.
Sorry, beg
How
your
do
pardon?
you remember the two? That's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, I used to have this lesson before many times actually.
English is stupid, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Same lessons. You do the same. Yeah.
I agree. Look, here's how we came up with the language.
Yep.
We were just a small, tiny little country in the North Atlantic, and we kind of stuck to ourselves, and we had a very Germanic, well, it wasn't a Germanic sounding language, but then some Germans came and conquered us.
Yeah.
And so we basically sounded German. We'd say words like König for the king. Didn't sound like English today. We had some French come by, and, well, they kind of conquered us a little bit, and we started having a lot of French words in our language. We also had some Danes come by. So English has been influenced a lot. And until, unlike the French, until about 100, well, I guess 200 years ago, we didn't have any official organization to help enforce grammar or spelling.
Yeah, yes.
So we have a lot of exceptions.
Yes. It's also from Latin, no?
Oh, Latin. Well, yes. So French is a Romance language. So by the French influence, we got the Latin influence because French, Italian, and all the other European languages are derived from Latin. Right. Here's a little chart I found on the internet. It does a pretty good job of summing things up. However, that doesn't really help because it's one of those things where if you were looking for a quick and easy way to know the difference between these, this chart doesn't really help you. That's a lot of work, and when you're speaking, to have to remember, oh, does it end in this, 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 or this before you say the word becomes very difficult. Anna?
Yes.
How did you learn the differences in the three sounds of the ed suffix?
I tried to memorize the rules.
And that did that work well for you?
No, because my tongue doesn't obey me.
Yes, neither does mine sometimes. Okay. So I want to give you guys a bit of a cheat. Now, I don't want you to use this if you're taking a TOEFL test, but this cheat will help you improve your conversation or your conversation skills. Okay? And this is important. Of the three sounds, Brady, of the three sounds, which one sounds the most different?
Sure.
Really? Let me say them out loud, all three. Id, t, t. Id, t, t. Yes, Arabic words as well, Nora. So, Brady, the d sounds the most different to you. Okay, well, let me ask Vincenzo, which of the three endings sounds the most different?
I think the T sound. Left.
Okay. Okay, Nora.
What was the question again?
Are you not listening to me?
I'm listening. What I found different is ed. Right?
The id.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I tend to think the id sounds the most different. So, for example, let's look at this word here, ended. Okay.
Yes.
And t. It doesn't sound right. So with words ending in a D or T, it's always id. That's the only exception you have to remember. Know that one. T or d, it's always id. Okay, now let's look at the other words, and then I'll give you guys a lot of practice saying these things, okay? Unfortunately, there's a lot.
Yeah. And usually it comes with it comes naturally. Sometimes we don't mean it, but it comes naturally. Right?
Well, I didn't want to get in on that till later, but true. the only way to truly get this is through a lot of practice. You'll just learn it by speaking. However, let's look at some words here. And let's go and start with Brady. I'll start with you this time. This word here, how do we say it?
Opened.
Opened. Yeah, the D sound. And this one?
Learned.
Learned. Good. And this one?
Realized.
Realized. Good. Anna, this word?
I'm not sure about this
Try it
one.
and I'll help you.
Oh my gosh. Breathed.
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 Good. This word?
Changed.
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 Okay, so let me give you guys a little bit of a tip here. This word here, go ahead and say it, Anna.
Change.
No, just change.
Change.
Change. Yeah, there's,
Change.
that's good. And this is pronounced because it's here, it's a D sound, so it's D. Change, D.
Changed.
Perfect. So all you say is just the D sound. Changed, breathed, rolled, arrived, married.
Married.
Okay.
Studied.
Greg.
Tried.
Your name's not Greg. Greg.
Climb.
Okay, I'm here.
Yeah, could you say this word, please?
Sorry, because someone's speaking right now. Skilled.
This one?
Missed.
This one?
Shaved.
Shaved. Good.
Shaved.
Right?
Yeah.
A little surprising.
No, actually, I'm always confused because it is quite easy to think that B is almost like B, D is, I'm sorry, V is almost like F, and K is almost like G, but later if you come with the other examples, I and H, it is not easy to remember.
No, it isn't. And here's what I'm trying to show you. Notice how I'm not focusing on what these words end in. And that's going to be pretty evident soon as to why I'm doing it this way. All we have to remember is how we say it. D. Now I'm going to take students down here. And let's see who. So Greg, you just went. John, you with us, John?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, John, say this word, please.
Worked.
Yeah, notice we're on the T sound, the unvoiced. And this one.
Talked.
And this one.
Raked.
Very good, John. Okay, Mike, this word, please.
I don't see very well. Is it fixed?
Faxed.
Oh yeah, faxed. Okay, I see.
This one?
Kissed.
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 This one?
Pushed.
Pushed. Very good. Nina, this word.
Stopped.
This one.
Typed.
And this one.
Kicked.
Good. Very good. Excellent. All right. Nora. Let's think here. So I want to say something, and I want you to tell me whether I'm using the T or D or id, okay?
Okay.
Now, I'm not going to do this necessarily correctly, guys. I'm going to say the word 3 different ways, and I'm asking Nora to tell me whether I'm using id, T, or D, okay? Opened.
No, T.
T, okay.
T.
Learned.
D.
Realized.
T.
Okay. Very good. And that's correct. Vincenzo, I want you to do the same thing. What sound am I using? Breathed.
D.
Okay. Stuffed.
Ed.
Id,
Id.
yeah. Cleaned.
Ed.
Okay. Now, obviously, I'm saying that wrong, but notice how when I say t or d, they're very similar. If I soften the final consonant, I can say climbed or climbed. In fact, to most people, they'll hear the right word. Sorry, the right sound. Whereas if you use ed or id, climbed, cleaned, cooled, it doesn't sound right. To a native English speaker, you say that and boom, yeah, you're not saying that right. We can tell there's something different going on. So here's the cheat. If you use a t or d and you get those two mixed up, people probably won't notice much of a difference. Focus on words that end with a t or d. If it doesn't end in a t or d, you use the t or d sound, right?
Okay.
Does it make sense, guys? Does what I'm saying make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Is anybody confused by what I'm saying or why I'm suggesting it? Okay, so let me ask you guys. So back over to the other side of the class now. L. Brady, why am
Yes.
I giving this suggestion? Why am I offering this suggestion? Okay. Anna, why am I offering this suggestion? Does it make sense? Am I teaching you something wrong?
No. You are advising us to avoid saying the ed
Yeah, and the reason
when
is,
we are not sure,
yes, when you're
because
not
it
sure.
sounds.
Okay. So that's right, Anna, when you're not sure. What else?
Because it sounds very weird when you pronounce the ed, and
Yeah,
you are not supposed to.
yeah. If words, the root word ending in a T or a D, you use id, but if it doesn't end in a T or D, don't use id. It just sounds really, really strange to a native English speaker. However, if it doesn't end in a T or D, as long as you're soft, people will hear it the right way. T, t. They're very similar. Think of it in your own language when somebody who's a native English speaker tries to speak your language. There are certain words where you can obviously tell they're English or American because it just sounds strange. Other words, they get perfectly. This is one of those endings that can really cause people trouble. But here's the important thing. The only way you can truly perfect this word is to practice your pronunciation, to speak a lot of times, talk to friends. There's free forums on Verbling that you guys can attend, classes as you're doing, private lessons, watching TV, talking to friends. So I want to go back to having you guys speak some more, okay? So let's see, Anna, you spoke last. So Greg, are you ready? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I want you to say these words, please.
Okay. Opened, learned, realized, breathed, changed, rolled, arrived.
Thank you. Mike, could you say these words, please?
Yeah. Objected, needed, decided, sounded, started, fainted,
Started.
started,
Fainted.
fainted.
Excellent. Mike, have you ever lived in England?
No, but I plan to go there to do a student exchange.
Oh, it's weird because I almost noticed a bit of a little English lilt in your voice. Maybe you've been doing a lot of practicing.
I think it's because of, I don't know, TV shows, maybe.
Could be. Could be. All right, thank you, Mike. Nina. These words, please.
Looked, walked, passed, worked, talked, liked, stopped, crashed.
Well done, thank you. Nora, I'm going to do things a little differently. I'm taking the training wheels off now. Laura, can you see the typing screen? Chat
Yes.
screen?
You're asking me?
Yes, because I'm going to paste
Yes.
some words in here and I want you to say these words. This word, please.
Left.
Good, excellent, that's the T sound. This one, please.
Robbed.
One more time.
Robbed.
Perfect.
Wrong.
See, the reason I asked you to say it is the first time I couldn't tell whether it was a T or D. It sounded fine, but I couldn't hear. And I wanted to make sure I heard correctly before I could say that was correct.
Okay.
I've been speaking English for over 40 years, and sometimes we just autocorrect in our head. That's why I'm saying don't worry about it, guys. All right, one more, please, Nora.
Okay. Interested.
Okay, good. And this one here, no, I've already done that one. Let's come up with a different one. Try to make it tougher. This one, please.
Tired.
Brilliant, excellent. And this one.
Invited.
Excellent. Vincenzio, it's your turn.
Yes. Yes.
This word, please.
Opened.
Excellent. This one.
Married.
Brilliant, excellent. This one.
Passed.
Good. This one.
Stopped.
Excellent.
And
This one.
started.
Yeah. So you guys are all doing very, very well at this. All right. Are there any questions about this lesson plan?
Oh, teacher, yes, it's very difficult to remember all the termination. Yes.
It is. And I've given you a reference link there, but that's why I gave you this little cheat. And again, what is the cheat? Who can volunteer? What is the cheat that I suggested to use to help you when you're speaking?
Excuse me, teacher. Is there any way I can get the cheat using the app? Because I'm using the app from my iPhone, and I don't see the cheat.
This F?
What?
You said the F.
No, the app, the application.
Oh, the app. Sorry. Okay, so let me share up my screen. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so right here, you should see these little icons. Click on this one here, Mike.
I don't see because I don't
You're on an
know
iPad?
why. No, an iPhone.
That's why you can't see it. So, Mike, I can't say it out loud because it's just too long. If you go to my teacher page and send me a message, I will respond to you after class and send you that link, okay?
Okay, thank you.
But the real cheat is not in that link. The cheat is very simply this. Well, I wanted to ask you guys to tell me, because I already mentioned it, so I want to test to see how many of you recalled. What is the cheat that I taught you guys?
The cheat is that we have to focus on the to sounds more natural to native speaker.
Yes. Yes. Id is only used for root words that end in a T or a D. That's easy to remember. Everything else, it's going to be a T or D. And if you can't remember at the time, soften it and it'll just sound very good. It'll sound very close that the person may not even notice. And each time you do this, think to yourself, okay, let me hear the other person say it. Concentrate on how the other person says the words. I'm English. Literally, I'm British. It's on my passport. I live in Canada. I've lived in the US and New Zealand. Never once have I had to memorize this table that I showed you.
Okay.
I learned English in about 3 years. I was 2 when I started. Well, I was about 1 when I started. And my mom didn't give me a chart like this and said, okay, Simon, I want you to learn this. I learned by listening, as all of you did with your native language. This is one of those things, there's a cheat, yes, that will help you squeak by, but you have to practice speaking more. So here's what I want to do for the rest of the class. I want us to get into a bit of conversation. Okay? I want us to be able to talk with each other. Now, I have a small talk class coming up, and I think it's tomorrow. Yes, so I have a class tomorrow. There's only 2 seats available. And I want to give you guys a bit of a preview of what we do in a small talk class. So I need 2 volunteers. Who would like to volunteer to speak?
Me.
Have a comment. Me and Nora?
Yes.
Okay, who else?
Nina?
Nina and Nora. Okay, Gregory, can I ask a question about ED ending? So let Greg, go ahead and ask your question, then we'll get into our small talk.
Yes, sometimes when I reading for myself, I will always have this problem because when I circled the word, I don't know if for example, I know the stress in the verb, but later when I add ed endings, I am confused because I don't know if the stress is still in the middle of the word or it is the whole rest of the word after the middle stressed with the ed ending.
Okay, so I think what you're talking about is when we say a word,
for example,
saying it by itself.
For example, it is expected or expected.
It's never ed. We never say expect ed. It's expected.
So when I have a stress in the middle of the word, the ed ending is stressed too in this case.
Here's a problem with English right now. In North America, and I don't know about England, we're lazy. Trailing consonants, those are the ending consonants or trailing syllables, are becoming mumbled or silent. Here's an example. Mountain. Most people say mountain. It's pronounced mountain.
Mountains.
Okay? If you watch the news, and this is why if you ever take a private lesson with me, I'll always tell you, do not watch movies or TV shows as a way to learn, because you learn all the wrong ways. These movies are about entertainment. They're not about teaching you how to speak or teaching you something to learn. The best way when you're learning to speak English is to watch documentaries. Okay?
Okay.
They speak with the higher grade level, they speak better, and you learn something. So just because the rest of us are being lazy, don't you guys be lazy, because here's what happens. You have an accent. It makes it harder for people to understand you. And Nina, who's been attending a class with me today, we've talked about this. Again, watch the news or watch a documentary and hear how crisp and clear they are when they speak, like I'm speaking now. And then watch a movie and notice how they're not clear. Okay?
Okay. Is there any list with the endings like ed, t, and the rest of it when we actually should stress or don't stress this part of the words when the verb is changing to, I don't know, adjective or adverb? Because they're
Okay, that's
confused.
kind of out of the scope of what we're doing here.
Yeah, I know.
I do have a class coming up, and what we're gonna start talking about emphasis, and this comes into public speaking as well. There's a very proper way of saying words, and then when we speak, we sometimes soften, and when we go from one word to another, we don't speak this way. We soften our words so it sounds a little more like this. But that's a whole separate class. I don't have the time to answer that now, but keep an eye because I will be doing a class on that soon.
Okay.
It'll be on public speaking.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. A lot of what I teach, guys, is more at a business level. I don't get into, well, the difference between if we have an adjective here and a verb here. What I talk about in terms of how to deliver a message, how to communicate to different audiences through speaking. And this little example with Nina and Nora right now is an example of how we open communications, called small talk. So Nina and Nora, I'll give you guys about a minute. I'll have to interrupt you at some point, but I want you guys to just introduce yourselves to each other and just see what you guys can talk about for 1 minute.
Sure. Hi, Nora.
Hi,
How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Where are you from?
I'm from Saudi Arabia. Where are you from?
I'm from Thailand.
Ah, nice.
So what did you do yesterday?
Actually, I just came from a vacation
Oh, nice. Where did you came from?
from London.
So you visited to London.
Yes,
How was the weather there?
it was very cold. Until the last days, it got warmer. What about you? What did you do in the weekend?
My weekend this week is just I just stay inside because it's so cold outside. Actually, I'm living in Chicago right now. Yeah. So
Ah,
I
nice.
just
Thank you.
didn't do much.
Sorry to interrupt, but I want to give each of you the maximum amount of time I can to talk and give each of you that same time. So let's ask Vincenzo, sorry. What were they talking about? What are the topics? Quickly. Oh, maybe we've lost him. It looks like the screen's
It's
frozen.
about the nationality, about uh, about visiting, about the city that they are going to visit, travel, yes, something like this.
Okay, and weather as well, right?
Yes, also weather thing. Yes.
You know, how are you, right? Those are some great topics to start small talk with. Okay, I need 2 more volunteers.
Yes, I can try, teacher.
Okay, Vincenzo, who else would like to volunteer?
I'd like, but I can see the document. Sorry.
Okay, Mike. So let me get my timer ready. That's why I got up. I had to go get my timer. All right, gentlemen, you have a minute, and go ahead, introduce yourselves to each other, and you've got a minute to talk. Let's see what you guys can talk about.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
Hi, Vincenzo. I'm fine, thank you. And you? How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm doing well. I'm doing great. And I am from Italy. And where are you from?
Oh, from Italy. That's interesting. I'm from France, from Le Mans. Do you know about Le Mans?
No, yes, I've been in France only once, and I was in Paris. I was in Paris. It's a great city, a very interesting city.
Oh yeah, so you see
Have you
the
ever
Eiffel
have you ever
Tower.
been in Italy? Have you ever been in Italy?
No, I've never been in Italy, but I have a lot of friends living there.
Yes, and
In especially in Venice.
oh, good. Yes, Venice is a very good city, a very beautiful city with all these
Okay,
channels.
guys.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I'm trying to give you a hint there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So Anna, what did they talk about?
They talk about where they came from,
Hmm.
um, their hometown, and things that they enjoy doing there.
Okay, so we could call it interests and hobbies, right? I need 2 more volunteers. I got 10 minutes left. It's going to be boring if we just sit here not talking. Need 2 volunteers.
Okay, I can try.
Okay, Greg? Yes, Anna, you can. Okay, guys. Now, you've got a minute. And I'm not going to tell you guys what to talk about, but fill the minute.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and start now.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
We haven't met before, but you seem familiar. Have you ever been here before?
On Verbling?
No, pretend that we are somewhere. Not in Berlin. Hurry up, please.
I'm sorry, because I didn't understand the question.
Okay. Have you ever been there in this place, in this, in this gym?
In the gym? Yeah, I was when I was younger. And
Oh
you?
my gosh,
I don't know.
I've been.
Yep.
Well, I always come here to work out. You know, if you
What is your
just came here.
What is your main motivation to do exercise?
All right,
To get
guys,
in
that's
good
a
shape.
minute.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, sorry to stop you. Anna, if you don't mind, I want to try a couple of things with you, but just hang tight. Now, guys, that was a great 1 minute because we learned a lot of things, and I want you guys to remember back to a situation where you started a conversation with somebody and you were nervous. As Anna felt, she's like, "Oh, I've only got a minute. Can we talk about? And hurry up, please." You feel stressed. It could be a job interview. It could be somebody asking you out on a date or you asking somebody else out. It could be calling somebody. You're in a new job and you have to talk to people. It could be speaking in public. Okay? Small talk can be difficult sometimes. And we'll talk about this in great length tomorrow. We'll talk about the topics that are perfect for small talk and the topics you should avoid. Anna, no, that was perfect. It really helped, and I want to use you. So what Anna was doing, she was working with a situation. Imagine yourself at a gym, for example. So I want to give Anna 1 more chance, and we'll set it for a minute. Only this time, I volunteer. So Anna, we've got a minute. Go ahead and start a conversation with me.
Hi. Do you live
Hi, Anna.
nearby?
Well,
Because
yeah, I'm just down the road.
Oh my gosh, because I thought I've met you before. You seem familiar to me.
Yeah, you look familiar too. Do you shop in the area or do you live in the area?
Yes, I live nearby.
Oh, yeah?
I have lived here for about 3 months, but I don't know everyone yet.
Now, are you by yourself or do you have family with you?
I have family.
Oh, that's
We've
nice.
been trying to adjust here, you know,
Where have you moved from?
from Brazil.
Oh my goodness, that's a long trip. You must, wow.
Indeed, I've been trying to overcome my cultural shock.
Great. Thank you, Anna. All right, and see how differently that went. So in tomorrow's class, we got about 6 minutes left here. What I'm going to talk to you guys about is the art of small talk. We use it, as Anna did, in situations where we meet people for the first time. Maybe we're trying to make friends. Maybe we need help getting directions. Maybe we're bored. Or in business. We need somebody to help us with something, but too often if we just come out and ask for help, it seems a little rude and abrupt. In fact, some people say that 60% of all talk in business is small talk. Why do we use small talk and why is it effective? And I'll teach you a couple of techniques. And in that class, I'll spend maybe about 5 or 10 minutes talking, but then it's all up to you guys to talk. And I'll give you situations. I'll give you a minute, 2 minutes, or 3 minutes to speak. And I'll give you a list of topics to try. We'll see which ones work well and which ones don't. But an open question, can anybody think of any topics we should avoid bringing up with small talk?
Yeah, when you need help, I don't know, for an information, when you try to ask someone out.
Well, those are good situations, but what topics should we avoid?
Sometimes education, for example, what did you study, or because maybe she didn't study.
Maybe.
Politics.
Anna said politics. So politics is generally bad. What else?
Talking about personal life when we don't know that person very well.
Yeah, don't get too personal.
I think debates, because it's too long and you don't have time to argue about that.
Okay, Anna said any topic that can bring bias, prejudice. Well, that's a very academic approach to the definition. Let me put it in very blunt, simple terms. Anything that can cause conflict. We want to avoid anything of substance. Okay? No politics, no religion, salary, how much money you make, divorce, personal stuff that gets nitty-gritty. How was your weekend is good. What did you and your wife do? A little bit more personal. Okay? Well, Greg must have taken one of my classes a year ago. If you're from Brazil, Anna, then football, a sport, can sometimes take on a religious feel. In Canada, hockey can take on a religious feeling. So you do have to be careful with some topics because while they might seem quite simple, you do have to be careful. So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. So to sum up today with the ed suffix, there are 3 different sounds for it: id, t, and d. That link I gave you gives you the mechanics behind it, when to use it and when not to. My cheat is use id for root words ending in t or d, or sorry, t or d. All else, use a softened t or d. People won't notice as much. Speak a lot. Get into conversations and note how other native English speakers are speaking. This will help you the most because your brain will automatically start to correct. Because you don't like saying it improperly, your brain will normally just try to correct you, but it takes time, lots of time. Nora?
There's one word that every time I say it in English, nobody understands me.
All right, which word is that?
Water. Or it's very difficult to pronounce. Yes.
I heard it, I understood it, so I guess I'm not everyone. Water, let me hear it again.
Sometimes you pronounce the T, but sometimes you don't.
Well,
I
you should always
don't get
pronounce
it.
the T.
Huh? Excuse
You
me?
should always pronounce the T.
Okay. But why
If
don't they
someone's
understand
not
me?
saying the T, they're being lazy,
Okay. Water
right?
then? Water.
That's correct. You'll notice this when you speak to people in your own language. Can you tell if somebody's educated or not educated?
Yeah.
Can you tell if somebody's from the city or from the country?
Yes. Totally.
Yeah. It's the same in English. Just because somebody says it a certain way doesn't mean it's correct.
Okay. So it's
But
correct.
yeah, water. And I wish you had been in that same class that I had with Nina earlier today. We talked about saying words properly, and North Americans are lazy. A lot of our consonants get softened. Instead of saying water, sometimes we say water. Or we say mountain instead of mountain. But if you watch the news and if you get a professional job, you need to speak clearly. Water, mountain, specifically, properly. Guys, it's the end of the hour. I'm keeping you late for your next class, and I don't want to do that. Thank you very much. If you have any questions or comments, you can certainly put it in the feedback, which I do look at. And I do hope to see you guys tomorrow for my small talk class. We'll have fun with it, trust me.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, teacher.
You're
Bye.
welcome. Bye-bye.